Hey everybody, it's Vincent Fiura coming at you again from www.mytorontorealty.com, of course Remax West. Today I have a very special guest again. His name is Tony Carnevale. He's one of my colleagues here at Remax, and I just wanted to get his opinion about what's happening in High Park with all the single-family homes that are being converted into multi-unit dwellings. So first and foremost, hey Tony, how's it going?
How's it going, Vince?
Good.
No problem, no problem.
So I guess the first question I have for you, because you've been selling as long as I have in this marketplace, where do you see values going because of all these single-family homes being converted into multi-unit? Like, do you think it's going to hurt the neighborhood as far as value in the future?
Well, I feel that in the future it will hurt values because people want to live more in even areas as opposed to areas that are cut up with a lot of rental and a lot of noise and stuff like that. It will hurt value. We feel that there's probably about anywhere between 4 and 5 out of 10 right now, and it looks like there's pressure for there to be more in the future, so it definitely will hurt values in the future if that continues happening.
Yeah, I agree with you. I did some research, and basically my research came up that for every 10 homes in High Park right now, anywhere between 3 to 4 is a pretty conservative number that have been converted into multi-unit dwellings. And what I found is that the houses that are being run by slumlords, the rents are really not that great. But the ones that have been converted and that have been kept up, like for a 2-bedroom unit, what do you think? One that's been converted and kept up, about $1,600 a month?
No, it could be slightly higher if it's actually been converted and it's highly highly renovated. It would probably go closer towards 19 or 18 to 2,000, and the ones that are more mediocre would probably tend to take about 14 to 1,500 a month, depending also on size, but that's approximately what the rents would be.
Now, as far as cash flows, because both Tony and I sell a lot of investment properties, what do you find cash flows with 25% down? Are we finding positive cash flow?
Yeah.
Or is it tight?
Well, right now it's actually becoming tighter because you're getting a lot of more end users that are buying these properties, and they're not really looking at the return. They're looking at how much money is going to come from the alternate rents to pay off the mortgage. So the returns would be slightly nominal for those type of people buying.
So they're absorbing one unit and then they're renting out the rest?
Yes.
What about the ones that are actually buying just strictly for investment? If they're putting 25% down, because I've noticed that 25% is pretty much stretching it right now. It used to be maybe 5-6 years ago, 25% down, we were comfortable with finding a property that gave us a pretty good return on investment as far as our monthly cash flows. But today I'm finding that it's pretty much stretching it.
Well, right now what we're seeing is to see over a 6% return on some of these converted units is quite rare. Mm-hmm. You're seeing more pressure that they're under 5% return, which, you know, if you have anything like drops in rents or higher interest rates, that would definitely take a hit into that type of an investment. And you know, I feel that the returns really are not there because you're getting a lot of people that are moving into these properties and they're not looking purely at the return, where the investors, you know, might have equity in their homes and they're just getting in themselves again for the secondary investment. But at the same time, there is really almost no return on some of these properties.
Yeah, and this goes back to my other point, is this is where I think it's going to hurt property value, because on an investment property, the trick is to amortize it as long as you possibly can, put as much or as least less money as you possibly can on the down. But when we're talking about having to put down a 35% down payment towards even a $500,000 home, and I'm being conservative at $500,000, if cash flows aren't making sense, then where are we going to put our money? You know, that's the bottom line. Anyway, that's another instructional video for you. If you have any questions about High Park and investment properties, please feel free to give me a call at 416-769-1616. Again, Tony Carnevale, thank you so much for doing this.
It was a pleasure.
And giving me your expert
anytime.
opinion. And again, visit www.mytorontorealty.com. Thanks so much. See you soon. Bye-bye.